Hey guys, join me for some paddleboarding in late fall on Carter Lake.
How are you getting on board that today?
Not today.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Can I get a number 7 with a orange juice? Hey. Thank you. And the water is so clear. There's divers out here somewhere. I think they're over there. This is nice. Oh. I've decided to get my feet wet. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to get in the water. I might. It's not a bad place for a nap. I'm digging it. Figure I'd do some knee boarding for a little while. Get hot standing up pretty quick. It's pretty cool out here. There's a couple of people in a kayak out here, but other than that, nobody. Wind's picking up just a little bit. Coming up on shore. Man, I do like having the freaking dry suit. You can just get right in the water like this. Nice. Don't have to worry about getting cold. This is what happens if you sit in the water and you do not burp your dry suit. There we go. So I'm in about waist deep water. So what happens is the dry suit does a good job of being a dry suit. So my legs are dry right now, believe it or not. My feet are wet, but the neoprene booties create a barrier of water, so my feet are warm, even though they're wet. So what's happening is the water pushes the dry suit up against my legs real tight, like a pair of skinny jeans. And so I can feel that the water's really cold. My legs are not freezing because they're dry. And they're not just putting the heat directly into the water. But I can tell that it's pretty damn cold. I feel like it's not as cold as it was the other day. But I get a little bit of pain shooting up my arm right now. It's definitely not something you're going to see me dunk my head in. Probably. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be out here without the dry suit. Even just from that, my hand's like, oh, cold. The mud coming up that bank is like up to here. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go find a rock to wash myself off on. See if I can do a little beach combing while I'm here. Best case scenario, I find something really cool. Worst case scenario, a little bit less trash on this beach. And we'll see if I find something. Alright, so I found part of a fishing reel, a lure, and a tennis ball. So I'll stick these in the dry bag and bring them back with me. Hopefully I don't have to fight that lure too much in my hat. This has been a cool little hangout, but I'm gonna push off. Maybe check out that rock over there. Anyway, yeah, probably walked around, I don't know, a quarter mile or so on this beach. It's a nice clean beach, so that's always good. All right, off we go. That's always fun. Oh, cool. There was a fisherman over there. He's gone. I wanted to check out that rock he was on. Let's go check it out. So, right before I took off from the shore, I washed out my boots and just sat on a rock in the water and, you know, put my feet in the water, rinsed off my feet, rinsed out my boots from all that mud that I was talking about. That water is cold. That water's really cold. I was sitting there like, oh, my hands and my feet. Brutal. Yeah. I was thinking about like jumping off of one of these rocks, but I'm not so sure anymore if I want to get my head underwater. Anyway, we'll check out the rocks nonetheless. All right, here goes. Refreshing. That wasn't so bad. I think I'm gonna do it again. There's like a sweet spot I got to jump into. I'd like to do a running start, but I'm afraid I'll hit rocks if I don't do this. That's a good like 8-foot drop to the water. And there's my rock. That was a fun rock to jump off of. Yeah, that was good fun, jumping off that rock. Honestly, I kind of feel better now that my head's been underwater. I was a little hot before, but now it's like very comfortable to be out here. Fighting the wind a little bit coming back in here. It's not too bad though. The Subi is in sight. All right, we're back on shore. Got the dry suit off. Gonna start packing up the paddleboard and call it a day here. That was a fun experience. The dry suit misleads you to believe that the water is not as cold as it is. Water is definitely cold. If you like take off your gloves or your booties and you're actually in the water, it sucks the heat right out of you. It's hard to believe that the water is like high 40s, but it is. So I've got multiple reports saying that. As the weather gets colder, I'm probably going to start bringing my own thermometer and not just rely on fishing reports and whatnot. So, but I mean, that was a solid trial run for the winter. I'm excited to get out there when it gets even colder. It was definitely fun. The dry suit just allows you to do stuff that you would otherwise never want to do. I mean, low 50s, high 40s is like where you start to get into cold plunge type of water temperatures. So it's definitely not stuff like you want to just like run around, swim, have fun in the water type of water temperatures. The dry suit allows it to be exactly that. So that's really cool. Without the dry suit, there definitely wouldn't be, you know, any wading around in the water or a lot of the fun stuff that I did. So it would have been very strictly like do everything you can to not get wet type of thing. Maybe some like high wading boots or rain boots, that kind of thing, so you can get in and out of the water onto the paddleboard without getting your feet soaked and frozen. But even still, that kind of thing, it'd be hard not to get your pants wet. So is it doable without the dry suit? Yeah. Would it be as fun or give you as much freedom? I don't think it would. So yeah, if you're a fan of doing,
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Taft Avenue.
if you're a fan of doing the paddleboarding in the summer, and you think you might want to try it in the winter, the dry suit is the way to go. Because this is sweet. I can't wait to get out there when it's like cold.
At the light, turn left onto South Taft Avenue.
Heading home.